Hi students, now we are going to discuss about this second defect, that is hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is also known as farsightedness. So in hypermetropia, the person which is suffering from the hypermetropia, they can see the distinct objects, means far away objects, but they can't see the nearby objects. Okay, so this is the major difference between hypermetropia and myopia. In myopia, what happens means nearsightedness, they can see the objects nearby, but they can't see the far objects. But in hypermetropia, so they can see the far objects, but they can't see the nearby objects. Okay, so this hypermetropia can be corrected by the convex lenses. In hypermetropia, what happens means the image will create behind the retina. The image will create behind the retina. Andre retina hindugade enagtade image create agtade. In myopia, what happens means the image will create above the andre mundugade. So above the, what happens above the retina, the image will create, the image will forms above the retina, so that the myopia, in myopia, the correction will made by the help of concave lens. In hypermetropia, the correction will made by the help of convex lens. Okay, in hypermetropia, what happens means image will create behind the retina, so that it can be corrected. So exactly the image will form on the retina by the help of convex lens. Okay, next we are having third one, that is presbyopia. In presbyopia, what happens means the person which is defecting, the person which is having the defect, both farsightedness and nearsightedness, that can be converted by the, that can be corrected by the bifocal lenses. Bifocal lenses means they have, the spectacles have both the lenses, convex and concave lenses. Bifocal lenses means half lens is convex and half lens is concave lens, so that can be created, that can be corrected by the help of bifocal lenses. This presbyopia can be seen in the old age persons due to the milky white layer which is formed in the eyes. The presbyopia takes place. This presbyopia can be corrected by the help of bifocal lenses like concave convex lenses. Okay, so they have, the spectacles of both the lenses, concave and convex lenses, so that the presbyopia is corrected. So they can ask the this one diagrams also for hypermetropia and myopia, the corrections of myopia and correction of hypermetropia. So these diagrams can be asked in exam. So explain, they can ask like this question: explain the defects of vision, explain the 3 defects of vision, and then how we can correct the defects of vision. They can ask like this. You can just explain myopia with the diagram. Myopia means it is a, so nearsightedness, the person which is suffering from the myopia, they can't see the objects far away from their eyes, but they can see the clearly near objects. The person, so which is suffering from the myopia, they can be get corrected by the help of concave lenses. Why? Because image is created above the retina, so that is corrected by the help of concave lenses. So this is about the myopia. And hypermetropia means that is the farsightedness. Hypermetropia is also known as farsightedness, that is corrected by the help of convex lenses. So the person which is suffering from the hypermetropia, they can see the far objects, but they can't see the nearby objects. This is how we can rate the, and with the help of diagram also we can explain this one. So next we are having the presbyopia. The presbyopia is the defect of vision which is suffering in, we can see the this type of diseases in old age persons. So due to the formation of milky layer on the eyes, this defect will come in old age persons. This can be corrected by the bifocal lenses. This much is enough for this. They will ask for 2 to 3 marks question. So or they can ask for a 1 marks question also. What is hypermetropia and how it can be corrected, and what is myopia, how it can be corrected. They can ask this type of also questions. So get ready for the question and answers. So next we are having the refraction of light through a prism. Refraction means bending of light. The light will pass through the medium. It may be any medium like water or air, or it may be a glass, transparent medium, but the bending of light takes when it is passing from one type of medium to the another type of medium. For example, the light is traveling air, If it is passing through the glass which is present in your house or windows, if it is passing through the windows, the light will get bended. That bending of light is known as refraction, we will say. You can see the bending of light here. They have taken this one prism which is triangular in shape. They are passing the PE, that is known as incident ray. The initial ray which is passing PE is known as incident ray. So the normal drawn to the incident ray, angle of incidence, that is small I, they have represented in the diagram. You can observe the diagram in your textbook also. Keep your textbook beside you while seeing this video, so that the concept will be get clear. Incident ray is passing, so that is incident ray is PE. EF is the refracted ray, bended ray. You can see in the diagram, that is EF, that is the bended ray, or we can say refracted ray. And FS is the emergent ray, which is emerging from the prism, that is known as emergent ray. So or else we can say outcoming ray. So get clear that PE is the incident ray which will create the angle of incidence. So EF is the refracted ray, and FS is the emergent ray. So EF will create the refraction, angle of refraction. Okay. So PE will create the angle of incidence. Okay. The angle of incidence and angle of refraction are both are same. So you have already learned the laws of reflection in 8th standard. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of refraction or reflection. Okay. So next we are having the second law of refraction, that is the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal. So all the ray will lies on the same plane. Okay. This is the different laws of refraction also. So angle I is angle of incidence, angle R is angle of refraction, angle E is angle of emergence. You can see in the picture also. Angle D is the angle of deviation. Deviation ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ actually ಯಾವ ರೇ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಆ ರೇ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು ರೇ ಒಳಗೆ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So that is known as deviation. So the light is getting deviated, so refracted, bended. So that will be created by the angle of deviation. Okay. So that is given in the explanation in this para. So go through with your textbook also. Otherwise, you can write in your own words also. Next, we are having dispersion of white light by a glass prism. Dispersion means, so is the white light consist of only one type of color ray, or different types of light rays in it? This is the question which you will get in your mind. So white light is consisted by the different types of color. That is, we will say in this you can picture, you can see if we pass the white light through the prism, it will get converted into 7 different colors. That is Vibgyor, we will say in the short form Vibgyor. Vib means V means violet, I means indigo, B means blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Like this we are having the different types of colors which is constituted by the white light. Okay. If we pass the white light through the glass prism, we are going to get the different types of colored rays which is created in the nature also. That is rainbow, we can see in the nature also. Whenever the light rise, so white light is passed through the raindrops. That raindrops will help like a prism. That raindrop will make the different types of colors, of constituent colors of white light. So that's why we are getting the rainbow in the atmosphere also. So they have given here another one diagram, that is recombination of spectrum of white light. Recombination of spectrum of light means, if we pass the white light through the two different prisms or two prisms, we are going to get once again the white light. Initially the white light is passed through the prism, that will be converted into 7 different colors. If we pass that 7 different colors into another prism, that will be converted into another, once again it will be converted into white light. You can see in the picture, the white light is entering into the prism and it is going to form the 7 different colors, that is Vibgyor. If we pass that Vibgyor through the another prism, we are going to get the white light once again on the screen. So this can be asked, this picture can be asked for the 2 marks question. You can write the description as I said. If we pass the white light through the prism, it will forms the 7 different types of color. that 7 different types of color, once again if we pass through another prism, that will create once again the white light, that will constitute once again the white light we can capture on the screen also. This is recombination of spectrum of white light. Okay, so I think you have got understood this one. Dispersion of white light by glass prism means, dispersion means, so white light is constituted by the different types of colored light, that is Vibgyor. So Vibgyor is the short form for the different types of colored light, you know that one. So recombination of the spectrum of the light I have explained you. So and I also said the about the rainbow which is created in the sky also. So how the rainbow is created means, raindrop will act as a prism in the nature, and that raindrop will so separate the different types of constituents light of white light. Okay, so I have explained you. Atmospheric refraction, you might have observed the apparent random so weathering or flickering of the object seen through the turbulent stream of hot air rising above the fire or a radiator. The air just above the fire becomes hotter than the air further up. How the air becomes hotter? That will get upside, and the cold air will comes downside. Why? Because cold air is consist of water in it, so that the heavier particles will come down, and the hot air will go up. Why? Because hot air does not consist any water droplets, so that they will go upside, and the rainwater, the cold air will come to the so downside of the atmosphere. So this will make the atmospheric refraction. Atmospheric refraction takes place. Okay. You can see the light rays bending towards, whenever it comes towards the earth, the light ray of the sunlight will be bended. This is the atmospheric. How the atmospheric refraction takes place means, due to the hot air, it will goes upside, and the cold air will comes down to the near to the earth surface. This air will consist of water droplets in it. These water droplets will act as a one type of prism, and that will make the atmospheric refraction of the sunlight. So this is enough for today class. If you have any doubts in this concept, you can comment in the comment box. We will give the suggestion for your doubts also. Thank you guys. See you in the next session. Take care. Bye.